right, in the spirit of getting in the trenches, I'm an email copywriter, and this is my 2024 email marketing strategy. Well, let's go. Well, the stats have spoken. Y'all loved the behind the scenes, not so precious video that I did the other week, so I'm doing another one. Just got in from church. My kids are in grandparent land, so I thought I'm just gonna flip the camera on and talk about something that is important and that we're building out this year. I have not rented a studio, obviously. This is in my working office right now. I'm pretty sure you can see like Hungry Hippo, and there is a football catching punching bag thing back there too. It's fine. But I want to get into this because I think it's important for me to document something and show you, like, you know my business right now. You can hop into it, you can see things. I want to be the guinea pig for you to watch. I want to build out something and then tell you how it's going along the way. Hey, if we've not met, my name's Ashlyn Carter. I am a conversion copywriter and brand and launch strategist. I left corporate marketing back in 2016, built a dynamite team, and have since sold $1.26 million in copywriting services. This is my Roman empire. I love sales copy. Along the way, coined the phrase copywriting for creatives, launched a membership, have a template shop. I'm a working mom of 3, and it is so important for me to show you sustainable copywriting and marketing strategies that work when you can't. I firmly believe in working from a place of more rest, less hustle, and here's how I'm gonna do that myself this year. Okay, a little state of the union. So to tell you about my business, you may or may not know what it's shaped like. We have an agency side of the business where we perform copywriting services for others. That's my testing lab. I love it. Plenty of people told me, chop that thing off, you'll grow a lot faster. The education side, I don't want to. It's fun, it's my lab. We test stuff, and that's where we figure out a lot of the things that I teach here on this channel. These are not just like arbitrary things that I'm coming up with and teaching you. I also do not teach from a place of, oh, I learned this and it worked for my business. I like bodies of data and proof points, and I like to look at trends before I teach them. Just me. That's one side of the business, and I also have the side, like I mentioned, we sell templates, we have courses, the education side, because copywriting is expensive, and in this day and age, you need to understand and be able to pitch yourself as the CEO. You don't just get a get out of jail free card because you don't like to do that. Okay, that's the way my business is set up. Here's where the idea for this video and this concept of the year came from. I just recently went to the Creative Educator Summit, and I was a speaker at it, panelist. It was so much fun. My friend Hope Taylor taught from the stage about her email marketing system right now that she has set up. It was almost hard for me to hear because we have set that kind of thing up for countless clients. We call it in my business a long-term nurture strategy. It's the concept that somebody comes into your business, they go through either your quiz, opt-in, your welcome sequence, and then they get pitched every single offer that you have. In between those pitches, there is what we call a buffer sequence where they kind of get ramped up in it's like an evergreen automated pre-launch series to kind of poke the bear and see, would they have interest? Have they thought about this before we get into the sales sequence itself? So this can be a really long sequence. Again, we call it LTNs when we build them out in the agency for our clients. We've done so many. Guess who's always been the bridesmaid, never the bride for that? 100%. We've never set that up for my own business. Dang it, it's the year of the funnel. I want to set it up. I'm going to explain that in a minute, but what I want to tell you now is our current email marketing plan that I want to continue with. I talked last year in a video, we built our own server, and it got me in the habit of sending not one, but pretty much 2 email newsletters a week. I want to be consistent with that this year. It was really hard last year in between moving states and birthing what might be my last baby, I think. But I want to get back on that because that has been such a fun medium to play with. Here's one reason I tell anybody you need to get in the practice of sending out weekly newsletters. It becomes like a muscle that instead of being atrophied, it becomes really strong. You know that saying, we don't need to be so much taught as be reminded? You're reminding yourself of what you do and the different ways that you can help people. We're gonna keep sending those out. Right now I call them the Tuesday Teardown and the Weekly Dog Year. But I subscribe to random newsletters I love getting. These are I'm jumping genres here, it's completely different, but there is a workout queen named Lauren Guys something. Anyway, I like her weekly emails. This is the format that they look like. And I also like Meredith Hudkins. She's like a lifestyle blogger. Both of these, I want you to think about newsletters as it's more like a weekly digest. What is in your realm? What's on your plate? Give us the scoop. We want the behind the scenes. I want to feel part of you. In the same way that Instagram stories is like the reality TV side of Instagram, bring me behind the scenes in your emails too. And a weekly newsletter should not be this, I don't know. I think we overthink newsletters. We're going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep going with the quarterly champagne campaign stuff that I talk about. Every quarter, having one ginormous launch where everyone and their mother on the internet knows that you are launching. I have done that for years, and it's so helpful. Again, I unpack all of that inside Prime to Launch. That's what we've been doing and what we're gonna keep doing. Here's what I'm adding. I'm gonna add in 2 emails a month. Here they are. I'm gonna start doing 1 monthly moneymaker email. This is going to be a one-off email that basically drives directly into either a funnel or it's a reminder of how you can work with our agency. This is a pure pitch email. And again, if you're keeping up a cadence of regular newsletters, you've earned it. You can do this. Now, during a campaign season, this would be the campaign, but what about those other 2 months out of the quarter where you're not really selling something specifically? This is what that's for. Here's another always a bridesmaid moment. I realized we have the Copy Bar Collective membership. We send out email templates every single month. It's like a subscription box of email templates and copy swipes. Why am I not using my own product? Every month in the Copy digital subscription box, there is a moneymaker email. Hello, I'm gonna start using that in my own business. Let me flip the camera around and show you what I mean. This is the kind of thing we've gotta be sending in my own business every month. So I'm in the members area right now, and what I wanna start using myself, novel idea, imagine that. So email copy drops. Let's look at, let me just grab this month. So these are the emails that came out in January for me to use. I'm gonna open the Google Doc. Yep, make a copy. I'm inside now, the email drop. This is Sarah on our team explaining how to use these. A new freebie alert. I have a new freebie that I just made. I need to use this whole template for my own business. Let's see, what was the next one, this one? Oh yeah, we do have a new paid product. Like why don't I use these myself? So yeah, that's what I want to do. But this is what an email copy drop looks like each month. The yellow stuff is what you can kind of change and tweak. And for your own business, we give gift suggestions because obviously we do that. Annual survey, we have one that we need to send ours out. I'm just gonna use this template. Yeah. Why reinvent the wheel? Use your own sawdust. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so that's one type of email I'm adding to our monthly cadence. The second type of email I'm adding to our monthly cadence is a monthly flash sale on an evergreen product that we have. Sometimes there are templates that we have in my shop or evergreen products where I think, oh my goodness, that ties in so much to what's going on in the world right now, or there's like a natural hook with the season. Another way to think about this, I guess, instead of a flash sale, why don't I spotlight something we already have every month? So that's gonna be my monthly plan moving forward. I'm gonna send 2 emails a week. I'm gonna send a monthly flash sale spotlight email, and I'm also gonna send 1 monthly moneymaker email that's like a hard sell, a hard push. It can be into an affiliate offer. It can be into one of my own offers. Here's why I thought it was important to turn the camera on and talk about this. I think a lot of us inadvertently build audiences of freebie seekers just because we forget to pitch regularly. So we need to be doing that. But here's the other big reason. I've been listening to some Alex Hormozi talks, and one thing that I've been processing on walks is the idea of constraints, that a business will grow to its constraint point and then that bottleneck needs to be released before it can get to the next level. I am a creative person. Creative people follow me, so we fam, right? We'll work on something and then we see another idea and we want to hop. We see another business opportunity or idea or product line we want to create. I've said this before, it's always this struggle inside that the creative in me thinks we must build something new from scratch. It's art. And the CEO side of me is like, no, let's do what works, iterate, and do more of that. That would be the smart thing to do. But the CEO side needs to win for a minute, because if we think about that law of constraints, even if I start a new line or a new offer, a new concept, I'm probably going to grow it to the same place that I grew the other thing, because that's where there's something there blocking it. I have either a mindset thing or a problem I haven't figured out in my business that we can't move past that. So if I'm having $3,000 months with XYZ product, what's stopping me from having $10,000 months with that product? If the agency sells $20,000 a month, what's stopping it from selling $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month? I'm pulling numbers out of thin air, but that was one takeaway I've had from listening to some of Hormozi's stuff, is thinking like, okay, what is the block on that? How can I release it? So one thing is pitching. Here's the other big part. So the part 2 of this video, I told you what I'm doing, my new monthly plan every month: newsletters, flash sale, and a pitch email, a moneymaker template that I'm going to borrow from my own membership every month and send out. But here's what we're gonna do with stuff we already have. I realized I want 5 sequences for every single offer that we have, like the big offers, the courses, the services, that kind of thing. This is what I wanna eventually hook up all together to form the long-term nurture sequence. And spoiler, I'm hiring out my own agency for this. Here are the emails that we need for every single offer. So copywriting for creatives, for example, we need an abandoned cart sequence for it. We actually already have that. I need an upsell and a downsell sequence for it, even just 2-ish emails each. I need the sales sequence for that. Probably already have the sales sequence for most of your offers. I need the onboarding email. I need the fulfillment emails, so that pull them through the product, help them actually get it done. If you're a service provider, these are all those weekly emails that you're sending out, those status updates, so to speak. And I need an affiliate sequence. Or for example, with our agency, we started a partnership program, a referral program last year. I need to have that included in the offboarding language. Those are the 6 sequences that we need for every single offer in my business. We have bits and pieces of those, but it's time to string them all together, this whole beautiful little string of pearls, so they all line up like dominoes. Okay, so that's it. That's my 2024 email marketing strategy. Committing to those emails every single month. I'm sticking with the quarterly campaigns. Pop off. Those are the big moments where everybody knows we're launching and it's just a big offer that we're gonna go all in for and kind of theme it and everything. And then building out those sequences to string all together. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do this year. Stay tuned. Let's see if it works. All right, I hope this was fun. It was a little bit more unstructured. I'm just kind of riffing, but I want you to hear exactly what is on my desk and working on. So I have that vision caster, the ideas from Michael Hyatt, where I basically outline everything that I need for my team. Here's an example of what it looks like. By the way, if you give other people jobs to do, this is a really good tool. So screenshot that, make your own. Okay, kids are gonna be getting home soon, so I'll wrap this up. What is your 2024 email marketing strategy? Do you have questions? Drop them. I love spitballing email strategy. Check out the Copywriter Collective if you're interested in using those templates that I myself am gonna use, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.